CSX Sports here in association with Boxing with Kurt Walker. Kurt, from Conlan Boxing Gym. How's it going, mate?
Brilliant. Just getting the training in, feeling good. Brilliant.
We just watched you over the summer there, competing in the Olympics. What a feeling.
What an experience, training the whole life to get there, and the way it worked out with COVID and all to finally be there, it was brilliant.
I know with COVID, we didn't know if Olympics were going to go ahead, whether there would be fans, whether there would be able to travel out, whether you could bring a team with you.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was no different to us, we're used to fighting in empty arenas, so I actually thought it was a bit of an advantage because I could hear everything that the coaches were doing, but you missed out on that experience of the Olympics, which is obviously heartbreaking, but it was enjoyable all the same.
And you just about missed out on a medal, but you've won gold in the championships, 2019 Europeans, silver medal, Commonwealths. So you know it's like the taste victory.
Yeah, definitely. It was hard to take at the time, but watching back, I adapted well. I lost the first clearly, came back, won the second, third. It was just one of them things. But I was delighted with the whole thing. Won 2 fights, beat the world champion, showed everyone back home how good I really am. So it was good.
And I just want to touch on something else. While we're talking about the Olympics, you had a wee girl a year ago. Things weren't great. It wasn't a brilliant start that any young dad dreams of.
Yeah.
And you didn't know if you were going to fight, compete.
I took about 4 months off, maybe more. I didn't even. The last thing in my head was boxing. So, and then once she got better, I came home. I just decided to get back at it. It was the best decision I made. I was always going to probably stick at it, but it was just the hardest part was actually starting the game.
Yeah, and I heard that you didn't really care about boxing. Boxing was just you didn't know whether you were going to fight again. You didn't know whether you were going to qualify for the Olympics. There's nothing the guy run through your head.
No, it was just that last chance because I got put out the first qualifier, so there was a lot of pressure, thinking will I go back and will I do this or what, because I only had one chance to qualify. So, and then things worked out well for me with my ranking. So everything just happens for a reason, I think.
Similar to myself, I grew up just outside Lisburn and attended St Patrick's High School as well as now known as St Patrick's Academy. The school's produced a lot of sports stars over the years. Yourself, myself through hurling, and now we've got Kerry Beattie also, who was a former student and represented Northern Ireland in Wembley last weekend. Can you see yourself and Kerry out here in Lisburn being role models for other pupils from the school and the Lisburn in general?
Yeah, definitely. Lisburn is starting to produce now great athletes in all sports, but when I was in Tokyo, I seen a lot of the schools support me. It was good. There was a banner outside of the school as well, so you can tell, it's getting people going as well.
What was the general area like within Tokyo? The culture and the landscape itself.
Tokyo, they're actually very nice people, but we didn't get to see much of it because we were stuck in the village. But there were, at all times of the day, there was kids outside the village looking for pictures, and they would stand there for 12 hours. It was crazy.
Like the school itself, is it a place you would like to go back to and do a talk with the pupils and inspire them to get into likes of boxing or other sports?
Yeah, definitely. After the Commonwealth Games, I went back as well to do a talk. Just the 6th years and all. It was good. The school support me a lot, so I'll definitely like to go back.
As you were growing up, was there any other sports you'd like to get involved in?
Football, Gaelic. I wasn't very good at anything else, to be honest with you. I wasn't even very good at boxing to start with. I just stuck at it.
What about the Gaelic element? Did you play for any local clubs?
St Pat's Lisburn, but I was too small. I started to get alright now when I was doing Hilton under 16, but then I went back to stay at the boxing then.
And Kurt, we just want to speak about the real reason we're here. You're in the process of signing your pro contract, which will be done instantly. How do you feel turning over?
Brilliant. It was a new chapter for me. I was in the amateur game as a senior for 10 years. It was just a long cycle for me because I actually went through more or less 3 cycles, but I'm just buzzing with this. Something different. I'm really excited about it.
Can you tell us the process of how it came about through Michael and Jamie?
Just I was always in my head after Tokyo I wanted to go pro no matter what, but then it came to the time and you don't really know how to make a decision, and then I was talking with Michael, I was talking with Jamie, and it was just the right deal for me, and everything just working out for the best.
And do you think the transition from amateur to pro is going to be much different, or do you think you still think that's staying anyway?
I think I'll have to keep my style to a certain extent, but there is things I need to tweak. It'll take me a while. I'm in no rush. I'm going to go out and get the experience and learn every day.
So now that you're going to be turning over pro, when do you hopefully want to get out for your first
I'm hoping to get out December here, so we're hoping something to get announced within the next couple of weeks.
Just going to wrap this up, short, sweet. Kurt, thank you for talking to us, and we'll wish you all the best, and congratulations on the signing.
Cheers, thank you.